So we're going to do median line here. Okay. So the median line is just a more accurate line of best fit for a group of data. Okay. So it's a little more accurate. So in this question, we were asked to make a scatter plot first, which I already made. Okay. Second one here is observe the trend of the correlation. Well, the trend of the correlation is it's positive since it's going upward in direction. If I were to draw a line up like this. And it is, I would say it's weak. Okay. The dots are pretty far apart. So now draw the median line of best fit. All right, so the way we do that is if you need to, the first step is write your data in order from smallest to largest using the X component, the independent one. So these are the ones we're looking at. Now luckily, this data is already in smallest to largest. Okay. Now if we were given a graph, we'd split the data up into 3 equal groupings as best we can. So we kind of go there. Now we have 8 dots, so we're going to end up with like 2, 3, and 3. So we go there with our groupings. Okay, so that's kind of the first step done. Now the second says find the medians of each section. Okay, so let's put our sections up here. So we got this section, we have this section. So I got a group of 2, a group of 3, and a group of 3. So I'm going to do this group here first. And I'm going to list them like an X and Y. It's a nice Y there. So I got 15 and 6, that's this group pair here, and 18 and 2. Now if I want to find the median of those, remember the median is a halfway number, right? The number that occurs halfway, but we only have 2, so we're going to take the number that would be in the middle of these 2, which would be 16.5. Then I'm going to take the middle of these 2, which would be 4. Okay, so that's my first point, my first grouping. My second grouping I'm going to use this color for. I'm going to list these as well, X, Y. Then I'm going to list my points. 23, 4, 25, 1, 28, and 6. Now, because there's 3 of these, so the median is going to be my middle number, okay? Luckily, this side is already lined up from largest to smallest, so my middle number is that number. Now, the Y value here is not lined up from smallest to largest, right? So we could rewrite this from smallest to largest, 1, 4, 6. And our middle number here is 4. Okay, so the median of that middle section is 25 and 4. I'm going to do this section in orange. And we have 30 and 8, 30 and 4, and 36 and 10. Now, for this one, our point, we have a middle number here. We're going to line these up. These are, I'm going to pick my middle number, which is 30. Now, these aren't in order again, so let's rewrite these. 8, 4, 8, 10. So the median, or the middle number, is 8. So now we have these 3 points. 16 and 4, 25 and 4, and 30 and 8. So we're going to graph these. So 16 and 4, I'm going to put this in purple, or pink, whatever color that is. And I'll put a big dot for them. 16 and a half and 4. So I'm going to go to 16. What's every one of those lines? 1 and 4. So it's going to be about there. Okay. Then the next one, 25 and 4. So we're going to do it same spot here. About there. And lastly, this one here is 30 and 8. So I go to 30 and I go up to 8. So 1, 2, 3. Boom. Okay, so now I have my 3 spots. So I have done this one, and I just did this one. Okay, we kind of did those back to back. So now, this is the instructions. It's really hard for me to show you on this. I'll try. It says put the ruler on the first and third points. So that would be this one. This would be my first point. So this would be point 1. Over here is point 3. Okay? And then slide down towards your second point, halfway, not changing the angle. Okay, so let's see if I can do this. Sometimes it's hard on OneNote to do this. So I'm going to draw a line. Well, won't let me select my line again. Let's see if I can use my... So I'm going to line this up first. Of course, I won't line up perfectly. Oh. So first thing I do, first instruction is to put the line through the first and third dot. Perfect. Now I'm not actually going to draw a line here. Okay, you put your ruler between these dots. Then you slide your ruler towards the second dot until you're at halfway, and then draw your line. So that purple line is approximately, as best I can do on OneNote here, my median of median line. So I put my ruler, first of all, in between those two dots, and I slide it, keeping the same angle until I get to halfway to my third dot, my middle dot. And that's where I draw my line. Okay, so boom, I've done that. So that's how I draw that. So let's do one more of these as an example. Median line. So first thing I do, I create a scatter plot. First thing I do to find the points is I line them up from smallest to largest, which they're already done. Okay, so first step is done. So I'm going to erase these again so we can reread them. Now, I'm going to go backwards here real quick. If I just had the graph, I'd pull the positions out and write it here. Like this is 15 up, 6 over, 15, 6. 18 over, 2, 18, 2. That's how I draw that. So we've already done this. Find the median of each section. So I want to, let's split into 3 different groups. So let's split into 3 groups. So this is 15 wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a line here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A line here. Okay. And now I need to find the median of each section. So I'm going to blow this up here. So I could rewrite my lines here. 1 second. I'll try something. All right. So I could rewrite my lines if I wanted to here. So I'm going to rewrite all my points. So my first section here, I'm going to do purple. 50, 30, 60, 40, 70, 39, 80, 40, 90, 45. Okay, so I'm looking for my median point, so my middle point. I have 5 points, so my median is going to be the middle one here. Now, the median on this side is not automatically going to be the middle one, okay, because it's not lined up on this side from smallest to largest. So I'm going to number these off from smallest to largest. So this is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so since I have 5 points, my middle one is actually going to be the third point, like so. Now, if you have a nice set of data like this, all lined up in this chart, you don't have to reline them up. If you like to, go ahead. If not, I could just look at the graph and make a conclusion off of it. Okay, so if I look here, I'm looking for the median of the top row here first. Now they're lined up nicely, so I know it's the middle number. So 120. I'm looking for the median of the second row here. So let's number them. 1's the smallest, 2's next biggest, 3, 4, 5. Oh, what do you know? That one is the right size. Let's do the third one. Okay. Then, same thing. Top one's all lined up, so I'm going to take my middle number. The bottom one's not lined up. So let's do my numbering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's my middle number there. So boom. If I slide up here, my middle one's done. Then I could graph. I'm not going to make a scatter plot here. So I don't think you want to watch me make all that for that long a time. Then I go through here and I graph these three again. So I'm going to just estimate it here. So let's say 170 and 60 is up here. Right? My middle is pink. So I'm going to go like 120 and 50. And then 70 and 40. So there's like my 3 dots. So then, just like I did before, I connect. This work better when I have my mouse this time. I put my ruler, do not draw a line, but I put my ruler between the first and the third dot, and I slide it halfway. Now this one isn't that far, and of course my tablet is all crazy, but I keep the angle on it, and boom. Let's pretend I moved it a little bit. And so there's my median of a median line. Okay? So that's your end of lesson 2. Okay?